Hey guys, Danny here. So, have we been able to make the distinction yet as to when I do my own hair versus when Jacob does my hair? A little bit of difference, right? Oh my god, I don't know what I would do without him. I'm useless when it comes to doing hair. I'm not even gonna lie. So, I saw Dead Cheeky the other day. Her hashtag, the deck that did the trick. And I was like, oh, I have a few like that. So I wanted to do a quick video, we'll see, on 2 Oracle decks and 2 Tarot decks that had that one card that kind of did the trick for me. I limited it because let's not have a 30-minute video, you guys. I can get long-winded. So I'm gonna just dive right in. So the first one, for me was Earth Wisdom Oracle. I've been seeing it. I love earthy things. You know, I love stuff that has to do with like a Celtic or a Druid background or things like that. I just feel super connected to it because they usually have a lot of nature within it. And this one I saw had like crystals and a lot of nature. And at first I was like, just because it wasn't quite my style. I love crystals. I have a shit ton of crystals. I have like this on my desk. An oyster shell full of crystals. But I'm kind of like iffy as to sometimes the, I don't know, what is it called? The art around them. Sometimes they just look shitty. Oh. Okay, so I wasn't too sure because I knew it was like heavy, like each one of them had it. So then, like you can kind of see the cards here. They're all mishmashed, y'all. I thought I was prepared, but I'm not prepared. You can see they have like the crystals. These are really, really shiny. This is a small deck too, so I was like, I'm not too sure. I liked the whole idea of it. I just wasn't super sold just because there's so many little pieces. Sometimes it's hard to see, but I was like, you know, it's a nice deck. Do I want it? Do I not want it? And then I saw these 2 cards, Awareness, which just lit my soul up. This one, I don't know if it's the, I don't know if they're the crystals up to the moon, that just kind of look like the spirit. I don't know. It drew me in completely. Like I felt like I could walk into that place. Almost that knowing, right? So like this card was a big one, as well as this one. The Freedom card. It's got blackberry bushes the whole way around. And like blackberry bushes have been a part of my life since childhood. We've always had them. Now I live on, you know, so much land, and we have them all over the back trails that we go through with our ATV. So like blackberries have been like a staple in my life for a long time. They just make me feel nostalgic. Between blackberries and honeysuckles, you got me. So these 2 have been my favorite from that one. So that's what made me get the Earth Wisdom deck. And I'm really glad I did. It's not the best quality, if I'm being honest. When I first got them, I was like, oh, these are shitty. But they're not so bad. They didn't wear and tear like I thought they would. So yeah. All in all, they're a thin cardstock. And they're really shiny, but I do really like them. And like I said, there's not many of them in there. I think I barely paid anything for this, if I'm being honest. Like maybe $10. So, and it's Lo Scarabeo. Yeah, 32 cards. So the next one is the Connected and Free, the Alchemist Oracle. I wanted this one to begin with because I just love the art. Like, I love the style of it. But what sold me on this, because it was expensive. Like, I mean, it's from, is it Australia or New Zealand or the other end of the earth for me? So, like, I really had to make a conscious decision. Am I going to buy this deck? And I loved it. I thought it was beautiful, but I was like, do I really want it? And I'm sure everybody knows what this looks like. This is one of my faves too. It's a beautiful deck by Inner Hue. And then I saw the Abundance card. I don't know what it is about this Abundance card that I fell in love with. But once I saw it, I was like, I have to have it. I feel like it just incorporates so much, you know, the flowers, it's got sacred geometry, it's got the bee in there. So I immediately fell in love. And then there was another one that, okay, the books was another one that got me. I love books. I love the smell of books. I love to hold books. I have a hard time doing, like I have a Nook and I believe a Kindle. I think I have, no, 2 Nooks. I have 2 Nooks. And I had one that I can read outside because I thought maybe that would help. And then my husband has one. It's like color screen. It's just like a tablet. I can't read on that one. Mine is old. But it has that like paper finish, so like I could read outside, it won't glare up. I still can't do it, y'all. I have the hardest time reading on a device. Like, I want to feel that paper in my hands. I was trying to look, I usually have books strewn all over the place. I just want it in my hand. You know what I mean? So I've tried. But anyway, so just seeing that pile of books, I was like, yes. And the last one, let's see, that really got me, like, this deck is mine. There's so many because they're so beautiful. I love this deck. It was hands down the best purchase, the best decision. Oh my God, is it going to be at the very end? Are you kidding me? Yes. The Fear card. Oh, upside down. The Fear. I love this. Those empty shoes and that shadow. Ugh. So that's what sold me. Those 3 cards sold me on this deck. Those were the cards that did it for my oracles. Now I'll dive into my tarot. For tarot, for me, like the Ostara tarot, oh, I made me a little bag. I messed up on it, but nobody can see it that fast. I don't like carrying around that big box everywhere. For me, the Ostara, however you want to pronounce it, I battled with this one for a while. I think I talked about it in the unboxing. Because I really do love most of the cards on here. I like the style. But there were a few that I was like, I'm not really sure about. So I really battled for a while. But the thing that kept me coming back was the High Priestess. I love her. I love her. She's so strange and awesome. I love the colors. I love the pomegranate. I love these like bug eyes and the big like Elizabethan style, I don't even know, collar, I guess it's called. The moons here on her dress. Like, I love everything about her. I love her. I really do. She is my #1 reason why I bought this deck. And I have been using it. I find it's really surprised me with how accurate the readings are. And then when I do readings for others, I like to use this sometimes. This is another one. That's my favorite. Just that little crown on top of this mouse for the Ace of Swords. I really like that too. As well as the Devil, but it was the High Priestess that she sold me on this deck. I just couldn't let that image go. So, but I've been really happy with this deck, so I'm really excited that I decided to get it. That was the card that did it for me. With the next one, if you saw my unboxing of this one, you'll know exactly where I'm going. The Aquarian Tarot. I love anything 70s, if I'm being honest. I swear I lived in the 70s before. I was actually born in the 80s, so I did not live through them or even in them, but I feel like I did. There's just something about the style and the music and whatever it is. I don't know. I just feel really drawn to anything 70s, really. Excuse me, I had to get me my water. Listen to me. My coffee. So I really did like this deck, but I just wasn't sure because I wasn't sure about these faces. I didn't know if I was gonna like it too much, but I did love all like the colors. But I had the Morgan Greer deck, and so I was like, well, I don't really need the Aquarian. I'm just gonna go with that. But I had never flipped through the cards. You know, I had mainly seen these. There was the Death card that I really didn't care for. So I was like, I passed on it quite a bit. And then I was on Instagram. I'm always on Instagram, y'all. That's my only thing that I do. I have a Facebook, but I don't really use it all that much. I use it for my yoga stuff because I do dealings with the studio. But yeah, so here's the Death card. I wasn't a huge fan because I didn't like the line. I don't know. You know, artwork is here and there. For everybody. But anyway, I was on Instagram and I was looking around. This is probably going to be another one that's way at the end. And I saw this card and I immediately got on Amazon and ordered this deck. That much impact on me. Okay, it wasn't totally at the end, but it was basically at the end. This Death card. Don't ask me why. I don't know. I had to have this deck for this card. It's... I don't know. I don't know what it is about it. I love the tone. I love the image. I love the feel of it. And it feels so separate. Like you can see, like it feels completely separate from anything in this deck. Like I'm trying to find even more like it just seems like it doesn't even belong in this deck. It's just so different. But like you can see, I don't know, many of you probably already seen it. This is, you know, old news, but this card sold it for me. 100% sold it for me. I would like to get the bigger version. I know Sacred Keep was telling me, she was like, oh yeah, there is a bigger one. When I opened my Tarot in a Tin, I hadn't come across it. And because it was the first one that popped up. Sorry, there's a little thing on there. Anyway. And she was like, oh yeah, it comes in a bigger version. And then I started seeing it everywhere. I was like, whatever, I like a Tarot in a Tin anyway. But I think I want to get the bigger version of this. And if I could get a print of this, I would. I don't know why I love it so much, but there you go. So those are a few of my cards that did the trick. Thanks for watching, guys. I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.